a Q&A portion of our talk. If you didn't receive a piece of paper like this to write your questions on, please feel free to raise your hands, and our staff will be happy to give you a piece of paper to write the questions on. I will then ask all of the questions that we have time for to our speaker. Please refrain from raising your hand or asking your questions directly. They will go from me to him, from you. Okay, so thank you so much for your interesting talk, Paul. That was amazing.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I will give you a few questions that we have so far. Have you ever had a relapse?
Relapse? Okay. Define relapse? Just like going all out, going nuts?
Sure, maybe.
You know what? I believe in being honest to people, and it did occur just a few months after transitioning to this, and that was when my boss's husband took me out to a chicken restaurant. And that was something I really felt I would lose face with him and offend him if I didn't at least try it, so I tried a little bit. But I felt bad afterwards, and it didn't work for me. So that was the one time that I had a relapse, I guess.
Very good. I'm going to back up really quick too,
Yeah.
just for a second, with some basic questions. Why did you choose to live in Gwangju, Korea?
Very good point. Well, I didn't do a lot of the research on coming to Korea. My wife did that, but we did do some research together, and we found that we were after a smaller city with maybe not so much to do, but because we basically just got married before we came to Korea, that we wanted to have a place where we could still go out and do stuff, but we didn't necessarily have to be going out to bars and clubs and that all the time. And we had a really good recruiter, so we trusted him and went on his word.
Great. What is one of your favorite things about Korea?
My favorite things. Okay. One of my favorite things is how genuine and nice people can be. Like it doesn't happen all the time, but like I said, like our fruit vendors giving us free stuff just for no reason, you know. I really appreciate that. I also really enjoy just when people come up to me on the street, you can have a conversation with them. Sometimes it can be a struggle, but people are just generally very friendly and open, and most of the time will will understand that if you try a little Korean with them, that you're not trying to offend them by mispronouncing something or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. What do you miss from your past lifestyle?
Past lifestyle. Honestly, not very much. One thing I miss is my kit of drums. I go to German bar occasionally and play drums there, but when I was in the band, obviously I was playing drums all the time, and I miss that. In terms of the food, maybe I miss having a little bit more time to appreciate certain things. But as I said before, cooking has become something that I enjoy. It's just at times it can be stressful because of, you're tired after work. I don't really want to cook anything, but you muster the energy, and you generally find that you're happier for it. Yeah.
Great. What plan do you have for as far as serving the community in other ways in Gwangju? Do you have
in terms of giving people information and we don't have any current plans about doing anything. I mean, of course, we're always willing to help people out. Obviously, for a bake sale or something like that, we've been approached, and if we had the time and the resources, we would definitely like to try and help out. But nothing concrete planned for now. But please let us know. I mean, I guess just more than anything, I just want to be able to share some advice and like help people that might, you know, find difficulty in living here, eating a certain way.
Next question. What do you see for the future of vegetarianism in Korea?
Well, definitely, as I said today, I do believe that people as a whole have to be a little bit more open-minded to it, and that in turn will mean putting forth vegetarianism in a positive way, instead of, as I said before, people just associate it sometimes with salad and not eating very much and I wanted to dispel this idea that it's just for people of a certain background or lifestyle, and you have to just maybe, you know, small people doing small businesses maybe with some more options. For example, we were walking past the Biennale the other day, over by the park there, and they had like a rice burger place, and we're like, man, that was awesome. I love the fact that it's rice instead of like bread, which is obviously not as good for you sometimes, but it's got meat in it. Why couldn't they offer a tofu version? Why couldn't they offer a chickpea version or something? And I do recognize that as it's not built into the culture, this is going to be a challenge, but I'd like to see more vegetarianism in Korea, and yeah, I'd be interested and open to it.
Okay, a couple more questions. Sometimes fruits and vegetables are expensive. Is being vegan an expensive choice?
I can honestly say, for the most part, no. Like I said before, we actually buy lots of fruits and vegetables from our vendors, and I could sometimes get like, you know, a kilo of apples, what's it, about 2 pounds, for like 5,000 won or something like that, or even more. I can get like 2 kilos of bananas for 2,000 won. Some ones that are going brown, and then we just put them in smoothies and things like that, and we actually like end up saving more money than you think. I find that it just sort of is about even, but it tends to work for us, and you do need to have access to resources. Maybe some things you can get at Home Plus, some things off iHerb, some things you got to shop around, and some things you're just going to be like, too expensive, I'm not going to bother. Yeah.
Great. Here is the final question for today. If you could have one cheat meal, what would you have?
Jeez. Wow. That's a hard one. I don't eat steak anymore at all. Because when I was little, like, I just used to eat sausages, and then I finally tried steak, and it was good, but then after I stopped having it, I don't miss it. I don't know, I mean, I guess just going back to my childhood, you know, my favorite food was always apricot chicken, but I'm trying to find ways to replicate that. And recently, my wife made me an apricot tofu, which was really, really good. So, you know, I could do that, but I don't know if I'd really enjoy it, you know? Like, I could have it, but then I don't think I'd have the same appreciation that I had before. Yeah.
Great. Okay, so that's the end of our Q&A portion of the talk. We'd like to thank the speaker again for the amazing talk, and very interesting and thought-provoking, I felt, absolutely. So thank you so much. And if we could let you guys know, we weren't able to address all the questions due to time, but please feel free to stick around after the conclusion of our talk, and you may approach our speaker and ask any additional questions. I would now like to introduce Dr. Shin to give a small token of appreciation.
While listening to Paul, it was like listening to his confession of the life of maximalist.
Yes, exactly.
Conversion from maximalist life to minimalist life, which I share with you. Because I think I live quite a long time of minimalist. including my body. But through living minimalist life, I think we can say, as you mentioned,
Yes.
and then we can make contribution to the society as well. So we can make contribution to people, different organizations. In fact, last week I counted how many places I make a contribution to, and guess how many? It was 12.
Wow.
Then 3 of them were politicians, which I think who I think are quite honest in their way of management of their political life. So one of them, I can tell, one of them is Lee Jong-gol, Representative Lee Jong-gol. Do you know who he is? Lee Jong-gol is a grandson of Lee Hee-young, and then he's a nephew for Lee Jong-chang. So once he named the current president as a son of a bitch. So, no, it's a bitch, that's what he said. So right after that, I decided to make contribution to him in the process of election, which I agree with. So we make savings and then we can contribute to the society one way or another. So in addition to GIC, I make 11 organizations and people to make contribution. And thank you very much for your enlightening and inspirational talk. Hopefully more people will share your ideas in the future.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, again, I'd like to thank everybody for coming, and of course thank our speaker again one more time for the wonderful talk. Next week, GIC talk will not be occurring due to Chuseok holiday. Very excited for that. It'll be my first one here. And then the following week, the following Saturday, September 28th, please feel free to stop by and listen to the ambassador of Nepal's talk. He will be here. And following that talk on the 28th, I will be running a new group called a stress and anxiety discussion group. Everybody is welcome to attend. It's just a group to have an opportunity to come and share anything on your mind and talk with others. So again, thank you all so much for coming. Please feel free to come towards the front and stick around if you would like to participate in the discussion group that will follow in a few minutes. Okay, thank you.